Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 4. We are here with race 15 on Honeycomb Highway, a track by Wheatman. Now I'm a little bit late on the start. I did have the intro running a little bit longer. I was sorting something, so you had the enjoyment of just the intro music for a while. See the chat, you're saying wrong intro song. It's definitely the same one. It's definitely the same music I always use. So same intro song. But yeah, I had to sort something, so I made sure I went live bang on time, and you had the joys of the intro music to listen to while I went and quickly sorted something. But we're good to go. Flame fluids. No, it's fine, it's fine. Hopefully we'll catch up. This music does only last a certain amount of time, so I always try and get both the races done in time that the music doesn't reach the end point. So hopefully we'll be alright. Otherwise, I guess I'm going to have to restart the music again at some point. Anyway, the current standings going into this race. Pesky Bird is leading with 296 points. Demon in second with 284. Boyer in third with 274. Fluids in fourth with 260. Moo in fifth with 252. Alfonso in sixth with 249. Superboss in seventh, tied with Shady with 244. Stormy in ninth with 237. Azure in 10th with 232. Below that we have Cheese, Iceman, Sage, Luna, Eggbot, Jimmy, and Weep. Go Ultraviolets, and Iceman saying comeback starts today. We will see. We'll see what happens. I also have a couple of fans on keeping me cool, so if you can hear any fan noise, let me know and I can sort that out. Hopefully it'll be okay. Like I say, my audio is so different since I got my PC back. My mic seems so much more sensitive, and I can't seem to get it to block out as much background noise as I used to without it also cutting out parts of my voice. So it's a little bit more sensitive than usual. We can't hear them because your biggest fans are us. Well, thank you. It's so kind. So kind. But let's head over to the track. And of course, a good thing you can't hear the fans. That's great. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Right, here we are. Honeycomb Highway. As I said, it's another Wheatman track, another new one to the series. Very, very orange. Lots of crazy, I would say ladders, but they're sideways, so I guess conveyor belts? Yeah, max speed conveyors, there you go. The ladders go brrr. Yeah, we've got some crazy conveyors going on here. High speed. Could cause some interesting trouble, some situations. And down below, if you fall off, you should get a respawn over to this point here. Again, a couple of tweaks I have made to this. One of which was where that respawn point was. I think it was higher up, but I noticed the main falling point was this area here. So I thought it made a bit more sense to move the port there. I think everything else is pretty much the same on this from how I got it. But let's get everyone spawned in. There we go, and hit pause. All the conveyors can pause for a second. We have 10 laps around this track, and of course we'll do our predictions. Portal going berserk, minimize time spent on conveyors. Yep, high speed so that they spend less time on them. Yeah, as previously the respawn was at the start of the lap, and I just moved down slightly. So no drop equals skip part of the track could happen. Yeah, I think because based on where most of the drops were happening, I noticed it was down on this area, and so I moved it there so they didn't have, because I think it was up here somewhere or under here, so they'd have to run down, do all of this bit, drop down, do all of this bit again. It's quite a long way back around. Shouldn't have any skips due to the checkpoints, so the checkpoint just before it, hopefully, but who knows, maybe someone will find a way to cheat the system. Never know with these races. But yes, the predictions, and then we'll go around the track, even though I've kind of shown off the track a bit already. Start prediction 2 minutes from now. Get those DNF predictions in. So yeah, we have a split section at the start into 2 little loop arounds. Then goes into the first speedy conveyor and into a bowl. Those checkpoints make the teleport skip a further setback, completely fall up for so just going back to the start. Yeah, we'll see how it works. We'll see how this works. I guess it's fine either way. Yeah, I guess it depends where you fall. If you're unlucky enough to fall in another area, then it could be more costly. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, with the portal, it should definitely help minimize the DNFs, but there is always a chance. So after dropping down out of that bowl, we go into an S-bend into another conveyor, and then around, it's a 180-degree turn, and then a jump into the, what I would say is like a roulette wheel, and you can drop down into this little bit of track, which will get you straight into the middle, or you'll have to go around the bowl, which takes a bit longer. I see a hydrate as well. Thank you for the hydrate, boy. Got to prepare my voice for some crazy races. So once you drop down out of the bowl, down straight into another conveyor, got another long bend, and then into a double conveyor system here, all the way up to the top, dropping down into a little spiral, and then a few obstacles before going back down the final straight to the finish line. Our favourite part is a jump into the spinner. If you land in one of the holes, you skip the bowl. Exactly. So that's what you're going to be aiming for. Now the predictions are done, so we can get this race going. As they count down, we will slow things down, so the conveyors won't be going quite as crazy as we slow time down here. But still pretty quick, so I've had a split grid as expected, but Fluids is going to be leading onto the conveyor. Luna just behind, followed by Iceman. You gotta be careful not to go too quick up there. With everyone piled together, there was the risk of someone getting hit off. See Azur making contact with Demon. We'll see with all the collisions happening here, who is going to drop down first. A lot of different lines going on. Stormy grazing Luna there. Iceman trying to cut across, but Shady's going to go for the block. This could be good for Shady then. Fluids is going to be the first one on the move. Then it looks like it'll be Shady and Stormy. Stormy's going to block Shady and get in front. And then everyone else is starting to drop down behind. So it will be Stormy. And then we have Moo and Shady side by side. Fluids with a great drop following the jump. So we see the jumping here. And into the holes. Some people into the holes, some people not. Iceman. 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 Of all the things that could happen, going for the comeback, and Iceman has managed to go and get wedged on the edge of the track piece. So, comeback season maybe not starting this race. But we do have a second race coming this stream, so maybe that one. Maybe that's what Iceman meant. So, unfortunately, yes, that will be an F in the chat for Iceman. Unfortunate end already on lap 1. But on the other end of things, Fluids is currently flying away in the lead. Should be minimized DNFs, quoting Wheatman there. Yeah, well, it's a UMR race. What do you expect? Something unexpected is always going to happen. But a strong start for Fluids. Of course, fastest lap with it being just lap 1. Superboss in second. Shady and Jimmy both side by side there. Actually, Jimmy's going to try and cut up the inside of Superboss. Demon jumped in, colliding with Moo and then colliding with Cheese. So it's very chaotic in this bowl. A lot of collisions going on. This could really change up some positions. And Luna's going to drop down before Superboss, then Azur, then Stormy, then Jimmy. Pesky Bird, Shady with a better release. Will be in front of Pesky Bird, followed by Sage and Cheese. We head around, see Fluids already leaving the jump section. And Jimmy leaping straight over the top. A great move there by Jimmy. And flying off into second. Luna's going to drop through in third. So if you're quick enough over the jump, you can, as you saw Jimmy do, jump straight over. That is the quickest way to get through this section. But also risky. Boyer's having trouble on the spinner, on the roulette table. That's costing a lot of time for Boyer. Finally dropping into a hole. And it looks like Iceman is probably going to stay stuck where they are for the rest of this race. So going back up towards the top, we see Fluids still miles ahead. Jimmy is gaining. Putting in a good lap. Luna actually with the fastest lap. And then Shady, Weep and Stormy just behind. The Jimmy, we got this, will win the season. Others could jump, spin into. I mean, if Iceman gets set free now, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough to do anything. As we are on lap 3. Just saw Eggbot save as I did not see that actually. UMR got exhausted from winning all those races. Yeah, you got to take a bit of a breather, haven't you? But Jimmy's moved up to first. I'm not sure what's happened to Fluids. I think Fluids has been hit around a bit in the bowl. That is what I'm going to be guessing while I was looking at the chat there. And it's proven to be very costly. Got a bit sidetracked catching up on what was going on in the chat. And Fluids is going to drop down to 8th. Let's take a look at the jump here. And Moo's going to take a fall, is going to respawn before the jump. Going to lose a couple of places there. Oh, and overshoots again. It's another fall for Moo. That's going to be more time lost. Tried the quick cut over the top, but it is risky. And that just showed right there. So everyone's separating out a little bit here. We head up to the race leader right now. Going very slowly through the spinner. Weep's going to come and help. And it's close up at the front now. Going on to lap 4. Luna's going to be leading. Weep in second. Jimmy in third. Superboss managing to get past Shady through the obstacles. Meaning Superboss will be in 4th. Shady in 5th. And then 2 Doge Balls of Cheese and Sage just following. Moo currently in 8th. After a couple of failed jump attempts. Then we have Pesky Bird, Stormy, Eggbot, Boer, and then Fluids. Fluids and Boer currently battling it out. We just saw Demon get a respawn down below. So Fluids has dropped down to 12th, just in front of Boer. Let's head over and look at the bowl. It was like Weep, sorry. Weep getting the best exit out of the bowl and will be going up into the lead on their own track. Sage with a good drop down. It's going to gain quite a few positions there. Jimmy and Superboss will be side by side. Everyone else still going around, so there's Weep leading, Luna in second, Sage now in third, Jimmy in fourth, Superboss in fifth. Pesky Bird's going to move up to sixth with a drop down in front of Shady. Iceman warning Weep in the chat to be careful, home track is not good. Yeah, Iceman knows the curse of the home circuit. Could just be an Iceman curse. We'll have to see. Just seeing people come into the jump. We'll likely end up staying in last place anyway. Maybe this is the turnaround for Weep. There's a battle going on between Weep and Superboss at the top. Looks like Iceman is definitely not going to be set free. Just saving their energy for the second race. See if it pays off. It's going to hurt in the points though. And Superboss is now going to be leading with Weep just behind, very close up the front. Luna still holding that fastest lap in third, Jimmy in fourth, Pesky Bird fifth, Sage sixth. Pretty sure Sage was in front of Boer, but Sage sixth, Boer in seventh, and Luna dropping a lot of speed there. Is dropping to sixth. And Azur setting the fastest lap, looking to take that extra point. Just behind Eggbot right now. Luna and Boer. Bit of a collision there. Getting a bit violent. So you gotta be careful of getting hit in this bowl. As you can see there, the ultraviolets causing some trouble. And a big group dropping down together. Got Jimmy, Luna, Pesky Bird, Sage, and Boer all going to be very close together coming out of this section. But up at the front, Weep is still leading. Eggbot tried to make a jump all the way over, but it didn't work. This is going to be a slow one for Luna and Pesky Bird, as you don't really want to go into the hole and have to do a whole rotation. Great performance there by Eggbot, though, going up into second. Superboss now in third. Sage is going to be in fourth, Boer in fifth. And Cheese having trouble in the middle of the spinner. Yes, an entire cycle of the spinner is not good. If you could make it spin at a crazy speed, that would be quite funny. It might cause a lot more chaos, though. Stormy having some trouble as well, so this spinner proving to cost a lot of time for some people. But for others, it is proving to be very beneficial, as Eggbot showed. So up at the top, you see Eggbot just behind Superboss. Don't know why the leaderboard's going a bit weird with the positions through that finish line. There we go. Yep, Eggbot behind Superboss. Weep still leading. Demon really far behind right now. Actually being lapped. Oh, not quite being lapped yet. Sorry, Weep's still over here. Almost being lapped. At risk of being lapped. The middle of the spinner caused more DNFs than the spot Iceman is stuck in. Yeah, there is a chance you can stop in the middle of that spinner. So far, no one has. We're on lap 6 as holding that fastest lap. He's like Boer on the move already, moving up to second. Sage will be moving up to third. It's been a bit rough for Superboss and Eggbot in the bowl. Different kind of skill shown by me. Iceman's unique talents at work. Sage trying to get all the way over is going to drop into one of the holes. And that's going to be good for Sage. But Superboss and Eggbot are going to have to do a full rotation. Can Boer get through before they finish this rotation? Pesky Bird has timed that very well and will be moving up to third. Boer needs to get down and out of the bowl soon as and Luna are coming around. Doesn't look like Boer's going to make it through on this cycle. Going around again as and Luna are through. Superboss and Eggbot are through. Shady's going to push Boer wider again. And Cheese has dropped. So Boer and Flute's currently losing quite a bit of time in the bowl. Shady's gone through after the contact with Boer. And there goes the head-on collision between Flutes and Boer. Little tactical play to finally get moving again out of the bowl. Just in front of Jimmy. Now up at the front, Weep has, I would say has now lapped Demon, but depends who drops down from the bowl first here. It looks like Demon's probably got the more inside line. But it's not been looking too great for Demon on these recent races. Going back into their old ways. So see if anyone causes any disruption coming into this bowl. Weep's going to get out of there before anyone can interfere with them. And on the move. Sage is looking to drop through as well. There we go, Sage is through. As more racers start falling into the bowl. Cheese and Azur narrowly avoiding each other. Boer's going to hit the back of Luna. Give Luna a bit more speed. Send them wide. Flute is going to hit Eggbot as well. Try and give them a bit more momentum to run wide. There's collision. Lots of collisions going on now. Lots of bumping going on. Stormy just threading the needle between people. Just narrowly avoiding everyone. But this could really shake up the order now as Superboss drops down. Followed by Eggbot. Then Cheese. Luna, Azur. Boer. And then I think it's going to be Shady. It is, but Moo's got the better line, so it'll be Moo in front of Shady. And Jimmy, Fludes with a bit more speed on the release. Will be in front of Jimmy, and then Stormy. Going on to lap 8. I'm going to watch the jump here. She's just spinning around in the middle. Jimmy with a good one, good landing there. We're almost managing to land in one of the holes, but a slow drop will be good to release faster from the bowl. And Cheese does just make it into one of the holes of the spinner, just in front of Eggbot there. We'll be joined with Fludes coming out of that bowl and towards the conveyor. As they head up to the corner, Cheese will have the inside. Let's go up to the finishing straight here with the obstacles. See Luna having some trouble. Moo's going to come through. Doesn't quite find the gap though. But will still be quicker than Luna through that area. Jimmy through as well. Luna having some difficulties. It's going to block Boer. Boer's going to try and go the other side. Through the spinners clean. We'll be chasing Luna down. They're going to go opposite sides here. Shady just behind as well. Luna slowing down a bit, so Shady's going to be right behind Luna. Stormy coming around as well. Boer's going to come out in front. That's going to put Boer up to 8th. Luna 9th, Shady 10th. Stormy 11th. Fludes is going to come out in front of Eggbot. And then followed by Cheese. Let's go take a look at where the race leader is right now. already coming back around to complete lap 8 and head towards lap 9. So Weep is absolutely flying away right now, and could be looking at getting enough points to move out of that final spot in the season. Could this be the turnaround Weep has been looking for? So Weep heading towards the big bowl. Let's see what's going on the spinner here. Jimmy in a bit of a precarious situation here. What is it with the two icebreakers finding interesting ways to get stuck? I think that is Jimmy stuck. No, Jimmy did manage to fall. That was almost a fully stationary situation, and yes, how exactly? Quite the interesting situation, and it has been very costly. And that is going to put Jimmy down to 15th. It's a very costly situation, but an interesting one. See, this isn't the greatest track for the icebreakers here. Yeah, Weep's still leading. Just absolutely dominating this track. Too much honey, too little ice. Guess we know what the weakness is. It was off to such a good start. It is unfortunate. It is how it plays out sometimes. The way of the races. So we'll see who drops down out of the bowl. On lap 9 we'll see where Weep is. Weep currently heading down the final straight, and Jimmy actually at risk here from Demon as well. At risk of dropping to that 17th position as Weep goes onto the final lap. Now coming around to the jump. See Pesky Bird already dropping down. Sage is somewhere up at the top. The gap between first, second and third right now is quite big. So our current third place is Pesky Bird. He also has a bit of a gap going back to Stormy in fourth. And then we have Superboss in fifth. And then Fludes is going to move up on the jump section. Past the spin up to sixth. Moo's going to move up to seventh. Cheese is going to move up to 8th. Alfonso is going to jump up to 9th. And what's going on with Boer? Boer's having trouble in the bowl again. Azur with a big jump up to 10th. And a fastest lap. Shady 11th. So the 3 green slushies now together. You can already see Weep coming around. Wrong landing again. Indeed. Imagine having some sort of fire lava track. Jimmy and I melt like after 3 seconds and DNF instantly. The Wheat Man saying there, add lava proof coating on all the marbles. There you go. Extra protection. Yeah, this jump with the spinner is definitely the key part where you can make or break your race. And Weep just showing how it's done on their own track. I guess the curse for the home tracks is mainly a Iceman issue. It's an Iceman curse of the GPs. See Sage there in second. Oh, a big jump there onto the next conveyor for Weep. Is going to nail the landing. and Jimmy, oh, Demon jumped up to 11th. Does mean Jimmy is now in 16th. Just behind Eggbot, Luna, and Boer. Heading down to the finish line. Yeah, maybe Iceman should put more ice on their own tracks. Maybe that is the trick. But here we go. Weep across the line is going to take the win. I'm sure they'll be very happy with that. It could be big for them in the standings. Could be big points. Maybe see them coming out of the last position with that finish. And Sage is what's going on? Sage managed to just stop. The final stretch, Sage stopped. And Pesky Bird has come along to give them a little nudge. Very sportsmanlike. Sage will keep that second place. And Pesky Bird will take third. Pesky Bird giving Sage a little nudge to get going again. There we go. Alfonso's going to come across in fourth. Let's get a zoom out here and see where everyone is. Moo and Superboss are going to be side by side. It's going to be close. In fact, the time is identical, but Superboss is going to take fifth. Moo's going to take sixth. Might be the closest finish we get this season. Pesky deserves a bonus point for the sportsmanship. Yeah, maybe we'll have to have the best sportsman in the series as an award. Fludes is going to take seventh. A bit of chaos here. Luna, Cheese, and Stormy. Looks like Luna's going to be leading that pack, and Stormy's going to drop 2 positions there. Luna's going to have 8th, Cheese 9th, Stormy 10th. Word's going to take 11th. Demon up to 12th. Azure 13th. Still holding that fastest lap. And it looks like Eggbot is going to be in front of Shady coming down this final straight. And there we go, Eggbot in 14th, Shady in 15th, and it will be Jimmy 16th and Iceman 17th. So we're going to speed things up. I'll wait for the DNF timer to count down, and let's go to our winning marble cam. So claps in the chat. Congratulations to Weep on the win on their very own Honeycomb Highway. Showing how it's done. Very dominating performance through the second half of that race. Just flying away with it. We'll see how big the gap was between first and second when the countdown finishes. I think it was quite a big one. Same with second to third. Everyone else was fairly close together, and that neck and neck finish between Superboss and Moo as well. Good race, a good race. So wait for everything to get locked in here. Alfonso carrying the green slushies. Yeah, Zone Shady seemed to struggle a little bit on those last couple of laps. They did group up a bit, and then Alfonso blasted away. And Zone Shady had a couple of issues. That is another Green Sushi's fastest lap, which I think is making the Green Sushis look like one of the quicker teams out there for fastest laps anyway. But there we go. Jimmy was able to finish, which I was expecting. And we had the one single DNF. You know what, I thought we were going to go through this with none. Actually, that would have been my guess, was 0. But we had the one, Iceman, still, since lap 1, stuck in that very interesting spot, not moving at all. And Azure keeping that fastest lap all the way to the end. So, let's do the outcome. And also we're going to have winners. With the 1, that makes it 0 to 2. There we go. The outcome has been chosen. And we had 2 winners. Why can I not see who they both were? There we go. Iceman and Boer. were correct on their predictions. So congratulations to you two as well for guessing right, for predicting right. So happy it was only one DNF. Would have been a shame if it was more. During testing, a lot of marbles managed to land on the obstacles on the floor, like the skateboard. Yeah, we did quite well. Even in my testing, I had a couple more DNFs, I think. So that was actually a surprisingly clean race for one of our live races. That did go well. But now I'm going to go and put these results over on the leaderboard, and I'll be back in just a minute with the updated standings. Alright, the results have been entered, so let's head over to the standings. So I'm sure Weep is going to be very happy with these standings now after that win. Out of that last position and a nice bump up in the standings. And Pesky Bird extending that lead. So Pesky Bird is still leading with 326 points. Demon in second with 293. Boer in third with 284. Fludes in fourth with 278. Alfonso in fifth with 275. Moo in sixth with 272. Superboss in seventh with 267. Shady in eighth with 250. Stormy in ninth with 249. And Sage in 10th with 245 to round out the top 10. And then we have Azur, Cheese, Weep, Iceman, Luna, Eggbot, and Jimmy. Iceman expressing a lot of joy, a lot of joy. Did Pesky get the bonus point for sportsmanship? No, no, no. No, no bonus. The only bonus point you're getting is for that fastest lap, which Azur got. Can't be handing out other points for other things, but they can be acknowledged for it. They get the respect and pride. But there we go. So Pessybird currently just creeping away in the lead. Quite a big finish there in third, with the racers just behind, not scoring quite as well. It's just going to extend that first place lead. We'll see if Pessybird can keep hold of it, as we are heading into the second half of the season. And everyone's still fairly close together. Can't be ruling anyone out yet. Let's see if Pessybird can keep this consistency going. We'll see if this is Weep turning things around. We'll see if Iceman can have a better race on the second one in the stream. Saying at the start they're going to turn things around. Maybe they just jinx themselves. Who knows? But we'll find out very shortly. Of course, we will be having a second race. Office Madness coming up next. But for those watching on YouTube, that is going to be it for this one. Of course, if you want to watch live, stay up to date with everything, head over to the Twitch. You can give me a follow over there. We're currently at 150 followers, aiming to try and get to 160. And of course, join the Discord if you want to take part. There is, of course, a cash prize, and we hope to keep growing the number of races and the cash prize going forward. The cash prize will kind of go off how many people are racing. So as long as more and more people are watching and enjoying and taking part, then I'll happily keep bumping that up. And we'll see where it goes in the future. Who knows? Who knows? But that will do it for those watching on YouTube for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.